One of the biggest trends in weight loss is a ketogenic diet. Those following the program are eating a high-fat, low-carb diet. Here to give us a breakdown is fitness and nutrition expert Ashley Walter. Good morning, Ashley. It's great to have you back in here today.
Thank you for having me.
So when I hear these diets have a name in front of them, like ketogenic diet, right away I think of the Atkins diet. Is there similarities between the two?
Yeah, it's just moderated. So basically when you thought of Atkins, you thought of people eating bacon and cheese all day long, and that's about it, no carbs at all. And that's true for this diet, but basically the ratios are a little bit different. So it's 80 to 90% fat.
Wow.
80 to 90%.
So you hear that and you think, well, that's not healthy.
I mean, first of all and foremost,
I guess fat, like it's a trigger word that always makes people who maybe aren't as well versed in dieting think, well, that can't be good.
And I'm not telling you to go eat fried foods necessarily and all sorts of the bad things. There are healthier fats, but you have to be very careful when you subscribe to a diet like this. You need to talk to a doctor first. Cholesterol, blood pressure, any sort of genetic predispositions to things that may result from a high-fat diet you have to be very careful. So I say that to people first. Second of all, it's complicated.
It is. So why don't we try and simplify this?
Yes.
There's 5 baseline foods that are some of the top 5, what we consider top 5 keto foods.
Yes.
Can we take a look at that list here?
Thinking of meat and poultry, obviously, and heavy meats like red meats and stuff, but that's not the same. It does include seafood, which I love. Low-carb vegetables, so anything that's not high in carbs like corn and peas and carrots. You want to go for like the leafy greens and the lower calorie foods, which is great, which I brought examples. Coconut oil, olive oil, avocados, all those things are healthier fats. Hemp seeds, all those types of things. And that's a good way to judge. When I bring meal examples, you can kind of see what I'm talking about.
Sure.
So the biggest limitation for me is it's 10 to 35 grams of carbs per day is the average, and that's essentially a small apple or a slice of bread.
Wow.
So keeping up your energy in the beginning is going to be very difficult, and you're also supposed to be exercising. So I do a morning
You're supposed to
smoothie.
be exercising too. This
Yes.
isn't, you're not going to get all the results if you don't put in the work there too.
And if you follow Halle Berry's Instagram, you will see she has done this, but she's working out all the time too. She looks fantastic.
Ashley, don't you worry. I am following on Instagram.
So we've got a morning smoothie, which I subscribe to anyway.
Okay.
So it's just about the contents of it. So you see it's green because I have spinach, which also has protein in it, which is amazing. But there's avocado, there's sunflower seed butter in there, and then I'm adding the MCT oils and collagen peptide protein. So you are getting the protein that you need to build lean muscle mass, but there's an awful lot of fat in there.
Okay.
So that is expensive and high in calories, but hopefully you're exercising to work it off as well.
Gotcha.
The main part of the ketogenic diet is to burn fat instead of carbs. So that's why you're feeding your body with fat, so you get to ketosis.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then your fat is used as fuel instead of carbs.
And you're burning that fuel off. You're burning that fat literally off.
Exactly. So
Interesting.
this is lunch. This is rotisserie chicken where I kept the skin on for the added fat. There's avocado, hard-boiled egg. I added asparagus for good measure because it's made with bacon and mayonnaise as well.
Yeah, so that's got great flavor, obviously, because you're mentioning some of those things traditionally you're taught not to eat, like the bacon, like the mayonnaise.
Exactly, but I buy things intelligently. So obviously I normally don't use the skin of the chicken, but if I'm trying to increase my fat, that's normal. But the hard-boiled egg and avocado is healthy. So I have 2 strips of bacon in there, which is 60 calories. It's still high in fat, but I use an organic nitrate-free bacon, so it's not a lot of hormones, and it's lower in sodium.
Interesting.
So that is our lunch, and then we go to our dinner.
I can't believe this is part of a diet.
It is, but you see I have greens, and there's a way to add in vegetables that is totally not going to crush your day and your health. My thing about the Atkins is a lot of people I've spoken to that have done it felt heavy and weighted down. So this is a good way to eat, and you see my portions are not that large.
Cream cheese, crab, bread.
Cream cheese, crab, egg roll. So yes, sometimes you're gonna have to do the things that are fried or that you want to get your carbs. I prefer it come from an apple. This is just a great example of a meal that you can eat when you go out or if you're ordering food. So you can get something, the cream cheese is the go-to there for the fat because dairy is a big part of the diet as well.
Interesting. Ketogenic diet, Ashley Walter. Great stuff, really interesting. For more info, check out livingwithashley.com. It's just that simple. And Ashley knocked it out of the park again.